Welcome back to my channel. I know you're excited to see me. And it's Easter time. Well, in my house it is. Welcome back, guys, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A video. So I made a poll, right? I think it's a poll, yeah. I made like one of those little poll questionnaires on Instagram, basically asking you guys to ask me some questions. No specific theme or anything. I'm just asking you guys, like, what are some questions you have for me based on relationships, any advice, things like that, Okay, let's get into it. First question: how do you feel about your man having female friends and how to navigate potential issues? That's a good one. That's a straight to the point. How do I feel about my man having female friends? Or I guess you're asking, like, how should you feel? I can't tell anyone how they should or shouldn't feel. Although if you know yourself and you know that you feel uncomfortable in a sense, like, okay, like, why does he have a female friend or multiple and they're not necessarily my friend? I'm assuming they're not really like friendly with you, and you feel uncomfortable about that. I would just say, communicate that with him, of course, and just be honest, come at it from a open space, from an open place, very honest and calmly, and speak to him and just let him know how you feel about the female friends he does have, and maybe if he could like introduce you to them if you guys aren't very close, or maybe have you guys all hanging out in a like group setting maybe, or just tell him why you feel that way. But as far as navigating, like you said, like navigating potential issues, you don't want to have issues in your relationship, especially over another female. I would know, I've been there, and it's not fun. You never want to feel like you're second place, that's your significant other. Like, obviously, you should be friends with that female as well. Personally, I don't agree with the whole my man has a female best friend thing. Like, unless they're, into the other gender, it's just hard. Like, if they're like, let's say, a family friend that that they just see each other like brother, sister, and they've never said that they liked each other, they've never shown those kind of feelings towards each other, that the family knows that they've always just been friends, like, I feel like that's okay. Especially if that female respects your relationship and you know that she does. And hopefully you do have that trust towards your partner, and that female has respect towards your partner's relationship with you. God willing, we're all adults here, I'm sure. I hope, we could all be mature. If he can't, and it's hard for him to be honest with you like that, and you feel like you have to keep fighting for answers and it makes you question yourself, just explain how you feel. And if you feel like your feelings aren't being heard or reciprocated or even validated, I should say, then that's your choice to walk away or stay in the relationship, as long as it's not toxic. But as far as, potential issues, like, there's always going to be something that's going to trigger you. It's just, that's part of relationships. Nothing's perfect, no one's perfect, but you can do your best to try to avoid certain situations. So, okay, so for question number 2, you asked, what are your thoughts on moving in with a partner before the ring? It's a funny question. Actually, when I first started dating my now husband, I met him, and the first thing that I remember him telling me was that he had a studio. Long story short, it was a film studio that he filmed at. In my mind, I was like, oh, he has his own place. Like, he has a studio. That means I could come right on in, sleep over, spend the night whenever I want, right? No, wrong. I know how to behave. Like, if he wants to let me stay with him, like, I'll clean, I'll cook, I'll do all these things. But even if he did have that studio, which, like I'm saying, like, living studio, even if he did have it, I don't think he would have let me stay there, purely because of the fact that we believe in doing things the right way, just how we like to do it traditionally. We like to do it how, in the Bible. Like, you're from strangers, you become friends, then you become best friends, and then you get engaged, you court each other, and then, you end up getting married, and then so on and so forth. Like, that's what we did. We were friends. We wanted to move in ever since we were engaged together. We had to wait about 2.5 years or so until we actually moved in. That was like the hardest thing for me to do, was just be patient. And I know for a lot of you that's probably really hard, just being very patient. It's worth the wait. Like, there's moments where you can like sleep over someone's house and you can see kind of how they are for like a couple days and think like, okay, is this how they're gonna be when I move in with them? And you know, everyone always tells you like, oh, wait till you guys move in together, then you're gonna really see their true colors. My husband is the same guy that he's been for the past 5 years. Nothing's changed. We've had sleepovers. He slept at my house. I slept at his house. Exactly the same. Have sleepovers. That's what I would say. Have sleepovers. Do not move in right away, because that's a lot. You know, if you guys don't end up together, you don't end up being together forever. Now you got to move all your stuff back somewhere else, or sometimes you may not even have somewhere to go, especially if you guys are long distance and you're trying to move in close together. That's just, it gets too, like, the waters get a little bit choppy right there, you know, because now you feel obligated to be with this person all the time. The reality is, you're still getting to know this person, most likely, if they're not your husband or wife or whatever you want them to be called. But yeah, I would say until the ring, don't move in with your partner. Just wait. Let that be something that you look forward to. Let that be something that's exciting, you know? And it is. It's like, holy crap. Like, I finally get to do this. Like, I finally get to be with this person that I've been waiting to, you know, spend so much time with, and finally be living with them. And now we don't have to play house. Like, we can actually live this way. Like, trust me, it's worth waiting for. Okay, so question number 3. How do I go about asking my boyfriend to take things more serious in the relationship? Honestly, if they're not taking you serious, believe them when they show you their actions. Because, like, okay, if you guys have been dating, let's say 7 months to a year, and they're still not taking you seriously, and you guys are like putting it out there in public, like you are officially boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever you are, if they're not claiming you as their partner, what is the point of dating exactly? Is it just for fun? Like, you know what I'm saying? So explain that to them. Like, let your partner know, hey, you know, we've been together for a little while, or a little bit more than a while, and, you know, I'm tired of kind of being like an on and off thing. Like, I'd rather just be loyal to you and really take things to the next level. Like, you know, be honest with your intentions. The best thing to do is be honest. You don't want to leave people guessing. I know us women tend to do that sometimes and let guys assume that, you know, like assume that they know what we're thinking. And they're not mind readers. Neither are we. So if we're just, you know, with you and, you know, you don't tell me that you want things to progress, then how am I going to know? You know, maybe I'm clueless. Maybe I've never been in a long-term relationship before. And sometimes that's the case for some people. So you just have to give them the benefit of the doubt at that point and just be honest with them and let them know, like, hey, you know, I really, really like you, or I love you, or whatever. And I would like things to go further. If that's okay with you, if that's what you want, you know. If not, I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm not trying to push you to that. That is my intentions with you. That is my goals. And that's something that I would like to do moving forward in this relationship. If it is even a relationship, you know what I mean? Question number 4. Do you feel more secure now being married rather than engaged? Okay. Yes and no. I mean, if someone's going to cheat, they're going to cheat no matter what. If they're dating you and they cheat, they don't care. If they're engaged to you and they cheat, they don't care. If they're married to you and they cheat, they don't care. They're going to cheat because they want to. Not saying that that's my situation. There is like a level of security that you do kind of feel, like from being engaged to being married, because of the fact that, you know, during the engaged process, like, basically it's a proposal, right? It's a proposal to say, you know, I want to marry you in this amount of time. Just like how a promise ring is like letting you know, like, hey, I do want to propose to you. I do want to marry you one day, but I'll give you this promise ring to let you know that that's my intention. Same with like being engaged, like, you know, I want to marry you, like we can plan it, we can plan this big event, but until you're actually married, like sometimes you feel like, okay, like what if they get cold feet? What if they back out? You know, you kind of feel like until I'm actually signing that marriage paperwork and kiss the bride and all that situation, like even then sometimes you feel like, okay, like are we going to last long? Like God forbid this is only like a 2-day marriage. You know, you see these celebrities and stuff all the time, like, oh, lasted 1 year married, you know, because of infidelity or whatever the case may be. So it is like a yes and no answer. I think it just is case to case, you know, scenario where if you know that you're secure and confident and trusting in your relationship and partner, then yeah, I feel like you do feel more secure when you're transitioning from being engaged to married. Question 5. This is our last question for the video. And basically, the last question is, can your dog be your bridesmaid / officiant? The answer is no. At least not in New York. I don't think your dog can be your officiant. They haven't really made that a thing yet. However, I believe your dog can be like a groomsman or bridesmaid if you so choose for them to be. I've seen dogs be like flower girls or like ring security type of thing, guard dog security, you know. I've seen that. It's really cute. I've seen it more like in weddings where they're like outside type of thing, not really like in a church setting, unless, you know, they allow that there, but they can definitely be part of your wedding in that way. I think it would be so cute to have your dog or even your cat, as long as they're well behaved, as like, you know, a member of your bridal party. I think that's so cute. Like, I love my dog. If she could have been my maid of honor, no offense, Ashley, if Miley could have been my maid of honor, that would have been so cute, like literally. But she wasn't. But maybe she could be something, you know, when I do my vow renewal in a few years. We'll see. But yeah, guys, that's all the questions you guys had for me for this video. I know it's kind of like entertaining to watch, right? But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, you can definitely leave them in the comments below, wherever the comments are, probably down there. And yeah, you guys can definitely also DM me on my EVR Instagram. I'll have that in the description. So yeah, make sure you guys share, like, subscribe, all the things, comment, obviously. And I want to hear you guys' questions, any ideas for any new videos you guys want to see, any advice you guys need to hear from your girl. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.